Political correctness protects Muslim rape culture. Well, you know what they can do with the PC as far as I'm concerned. I'm showing you this because I think it's something that should be in the mainstream news. There's an epidemic of rape cases across Europe. It has the police in the UK, Norway, Sweden, Germany and other nations worried. But you won't hear much about it in the US mainstream media or the UK mainstream media because the epidemic is a byproduct of the influx into Europe of mainly Muslim immigrants and migrants. What has happened to put discussion of Islam's rape culture out of bounds? Crime statistics in Europe are daily documenting the scope of the problem, but no one in the establishment press is reporting on them. Of course, the fatwa on the proper treatment of sex slaves did make news, but only because it was billed as a rebuke to ISIS access. According to the mullahs, it is quite okay to use captured 12-year-old girls as sex slaves, but you must follow proper Islamic etiquette, which, for example, says you must not have sex with both mother and daughter at the same time. But stories about rape epidemic in Europe are rare. The recent news from Germany. A growing number of women and young girls housed in refugee shelters in Germany are being raped, sexually assaulted and even forced into prostitution by male asylum seekers, according to German social work organisation with first-hand knowledge of the situation. Bet you don't read this in the New York Times or in the headlines from Sweden, or anywhere else for that matter. 77% of rapes in Sweden are committed by 2% Muslim male population. In Norway, at the end of November, police were called to an asylum house in the city of Nora because a group of male migrants were threatening to rape a woman to teach her a lesson. She had violated Muslim norms by going out in public unaccompanied by a man. Now, how pathetic is that? Why do we only read about this rape epidemic everywhere except in the main media, which is, I find, absolutely abhorrent. I think it's time the British newspapers got this out there, told people what is really going on and what the immigration situation is going to be if we let all these refugees in. Do you really want your children raped at the age of 10? Gang rape by God knows how many Muslim men? What is the matter with you? You've got to be stupid to vote to stay in the EU. You must vote leave if you want to protect our children, our British culture, our heritage. It's absolutely ridiculous, and they're all getting away with these crimes, which I think is totally disgusting. Keeping it under wraps, needs blowing out and everybody knowing about it, and it needs doing now. I'm not saying all Muslim men are rapists. What I am saying is without a proper immigration border control system, it is inevitable that a percentage of them coming in through the EU open door system will be. Don't say you weren't warned.